You can add your own music, or I can sing for you now. No, I'm kidding. You imagine if I sang, man, that would be a good thing. I put a couple stills that you guys saw from last video. This is look at this glyph. This is amazing. This place is absolutely amazing, guys. Try to stick with this video. Don't just move around. If you do that, you're missing out on so much. I know by some comments, people don't watch enough, and there's going to be another video after this. I just can't fit it all in. It's amazing. Look at these rocks are being held up. These giant boulders are being held up. Another face. It's all there, you guys. Just open your minds. This is an amazing thing that's never been shown before. So this was the end of the video. I decided to move it to the front. So if it sounds like I'm talking like it's the end, that's why. I didn't want some people to miss this zoom. Rock is just really funky looking. It's unlike any rock here. Man, I went through something back there, you guys. I don't know what happened. Now my neck really hurts, and I don't know, like I think what did I describe it as being like stoned, and yeah, now I don't feel like it. Now I feel the opposite. I don't feel good. Like I'm just like dreary and just want to go home and lay down. I just went through something. You can believe me or not believe me. That's up to you. Something just happened to me. Look at that, just teetering there. If you just saw that once, it's believable. But see how everything just fits in, and it's all been made, and it's only in certain spots. So you guys can walk through 90% of this area, and it's just regular rocks. It's where these things have all been manipulated. Why didn't I look in there? That is interesting. What was that? I've heard some of the weirdest noises that I can't explain at all. I can't even duplicate them, really. I like that one because you can see the face. What is that? Keep in mind during this that this is directly underneath what I'm showing you. Is that a stump or a Bigfoot? It's got to be a stump. That would be just way too blatant, I think. Let's see. See, look, one thing I figured out off the subject is right here. It's real clean against these rocks. It's the rabbits. I don't know why they're making it clean, but it's definitely, I can see the activity wherever it's real clean like that. It's so distinctly black. Not even mentioning the round marker rock to the left. The shadow? I can't tell what that is. Look how weird though. Hold on. What the freak? Every time I zoom in over there, my camera goes like crazy. Hold on a second. I'm seeing something else. This is not a mystery. Like, this is, anything I see over there is not a surprise at all. With the exception that they would actually let me film it right now. Would be my only surprise. Hold on. I won't be able to see it, but I want to get in there close. I might be able to see it later, but I can't see it now. I can't get this steady. I'm in a lot of pain. I don't know what just happened to me. I got zapped or something happened to me. Is it another face carved right there? God damn it. One of these days, I'm telling you, I'm going to lose my mind with the things that they do to me. And you guys will never believe it or never understand it. It's one of the catches to this that's really frustrating.
That's another face, and I can't keep the...
Hey, I had to pause that real quick. Let's go full screen. So hopefully that works good. You see this guy here? I don't know if that's real or if that's some kind of a carving. There's also, I got faces everywhere. Some of it could be pareidolia, like stuff there, so I don't read into that kind of thing. But of course, this is one of the main humps that I talk about in this video. At this point, I feel like I've eliminated most people. We're pretty far into the video, so I can just talk freely. You can see their little cave entrance there. This is a major spot. I have lots of actual faces, like last video I showed you. But this seems to be something here. You got, of course, you have one of the few places where they're actually using structures, which is up there. I find structures actually in the trees up there. It's one of the only places. This is where they're from. I've filmed many of them in HD, just right on this mountain. And somehow magically, at least to us magically, they go in that mountain. I'm sure it's much less magical if you really knew why. What else is up there? Where's my one face that's up there? Man, I took so many screenshots from this video, which I'll be right back to shortly. I have to make it long because it's too much, and I don't want you guys, the people that are interested, to miss anything. And I have to cut out a lot of that, you know. This cave one's amazing. This is right below that. This isn't what I wanted to show you, but this is below, right below that pile of rocks that I'm zooming in now. There's literally faces everywhere. And I just wanted to emphasize that. People look at one thing and they don't think about everything else that I just showed you. This is an entrance to the underworld, okay? Don't think of that in terms of it's bad. Remember, it's just, like I say, underverse. It's just a cool word. It's not, don't relate that to evil in any way. It just happens to be in. You know, we're out, they're in. It's as simple as that.
Camera on it. The camera refuses to stay on that right there. I don't get it. Pause that right there. I'm not talking about the dark spot. I'm talking about the light spot that just got carved or something right there. The camera will not stay on it. Right there. Right to the right of the blackness. I'm assuming that blackness is shadow. I can't see. But I do know, I don't have the best angle, but I believe that's where the face is right there. The rock face is right in there. You just can't see it from this angle. That almost looks like one turned downward from this angle. But all you do, that's how you
So
get
when
in
I
that one.
tell you
walk around that,
this has never been seen before, I am showing you the entrance.
The rock's not sitting on
just
top.
one.
It's so blatant.
To a world no one knows exists.
Don't let it deny anything. That's the entrance to that world right there. I know for a fact. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's up to you. I don't know what else to tell you. You got to remember, at this point, I don't make money by convincing you of that. The people that help me already know this. Okay, so if you're the new guy, you know, you have to understand. You know, if anything, look at the people that support me. You know what I mean? Like, they all completely understand. I don't have to convince them of anything. Thank God. But I want to get some good footage for them. Why does that seem like a beam out there? That they just become like a tree if they get caught. Hold on. I got it there. It sure looks like something, doesn't it? Remember the beings I deal with? If they're busted, they won't move. They just don't move. They simply... I've had other people tell me, oh, there's a ground cliff right there. I've had other people tell me the same thing. Like, I don't know what brought my attention away from it. Like, I had this, who was telling me that story this morning? Someone was telling me. Like, I had this amazing experience, and it was seeing like an orb, and all of a sudden his attention was just like, he doesn't understand why he stopped watching it. I was like, are you kidding me? You don't have to explain that. I know exactly what you mean. People are like, why didn't you just go over there? It's like, I don't know. Like, things happen when you're in this supernatural situation where you just end up like, something happens. Like now, like I'm just turned away and walked away. Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it because we're touching on the realm of things that, you know, no one knows about. You realize people could go back, and 50 years from now, 100, 500 years from now, and say, hey, if it wasn't for Mark and that Patreon group, we wouldn't know any of this. So if you're on Patreon, I'm not trying to sell it, but I'm trying to make you feel good about being there. Okay, you'll notice I'm not selling it because I barely put a link out there. Someone has to ask me. So in that way, or they just they get there somehow on their own. But those people I like because they just got there somehow, you know. And so what I'm trying to say is, you guys feel good about that, because I'm telling you, we're doing something. You know, I don't have to sell these people; they're already there. This is all going somewhere. It takes patience, you know. And we got a winter coming in, so we're gonna go to Arizona. We're gonna go to California. I don't think I'm gonna come back out this way, but I might, and try going a little bit further towards Wyoming. I'm real close to Wyoming right now. I don't know exactly how close, but pretty close. All right, so I walked up. There's disturbances at every spot on the ground. I think they walk on the rocks here mostly. It's mostly rock. Like, you can just walk all on rocks. They seem to do that everywhere. I don't think they do it to avoid us. I think they just do it. It's like us. You'd rather walk in the sand. Well, they'd rather walk on a rock for some reason. Over and out. I've been walking over them all day, but I don't feel like filming it, but I got it real quick. See, here's what rocks look like. This is what a normal situation looks like, in my opinion. There's nothing going on. It's just rocks. There's nothing stacked on top of each other. There's not 70-ton boulders, you know, floating on top of one boulder. There's not, you know, millions of stackings with things pushed together with perches and seats and things like that. You know, this is just a normal area. And I just wanted to show you that real quick, just in case you were getting confused with all the amazingness I was showing you. Let's do one more zoom. Let's sit on this rock right here. I'm gonna sit right here. That just hit me. Might have been on my head. Let's do one I can actually see. I don't want to do this right now, but I'll be glad I did it later. Yes, you're going to see writing. You'll see heads. You're going to see all kinds of stuff that no one in the world, not the state of Colorado, not the president, nobody in the world knows about this spot. Look how blatant. Oh my God, I never saw that one. You guys, look how out of place that is. Look at that. It's so obvious. Look at that. See, I could go in there, but you got to be stupid to go into there. They're going to kill you if you go in there. And I think that's a new face, guys. I can't tell, but on my camera, that is a whole body or face or something. There's your entrance. There's another one below. There's another one leaning there that's unusually leaning. They wouldn't let me near there. I was down here, like right about there, looking up somewhere in there. And they just stopped me cold. There was nothing I could do. And the little one was like right there somewhere. And they were all over the place. And this isn't pareidolia. This is like HD stuff, like HD action. HD. High def. So I just want to thank you guys. I was thinking coming out here, I was like, man, this is going to suck. But at the same time thinking like, man, I'm so lucky. Like, you know, when you finally get there, just to be sitting right here, if it wasn't for my ears ringing, like, it sounds so loud. I'd be the luckiest guy in the world. If I had a fixed spine and ears that didn't ring, I couldn't complain. I mean, life is good. I mean, minus money, it's pretty good. But it's amazing, you know, that I've gotten the help that I have, the people that have stepped up and helped me. You know, not the dollar. I appreciate you guys too, but you know, like people like Joanne and new people, you know, like Larry and Mark and all these new people on Patreon. I shouldn't say all these new people. I got like 4 new people that I'm noticing. There's that Mark.
I found out
Look at the
Brandon
boulder. It's been painted.
Bronzini
Looks like
Bigfoot
concrete.
was only
First
on
of all, there's
Patreon for $1.
incredible gouge on top. It looks like
And
an
I said he
alien,
better
maybe
double it.
even. Because now there's like a head and a hand. I can't tell for sure. It might just be white bird poop. But there's no doubt that's been marked to see from space. That rock is like huge. It's the size of a 18-wheeler. It's absolutely huge. That's where the fake fireplace is. Let's take some looks in here. I never do it. Real quick. Because these guys won't, if they're there like that, like they'll just sit there. Like he won't even move. He'll just get into his little shadow and just sit there. The most amazing spots I find up here that are impressive visually have the most amazing views always, but they're completely blocked by trees. So when you're down there, like I said, you're down there, you look up here, it just looks like one little gradual thing. Looks like you can see everything. But meanwhile, it's the most hidden, unbelievable situation ever. And I think it's like that in all places like this where you think you can see it and you don't see anything. You just don't see anything. There's like a million things there that you can't see. Like that Bigfoot right there. What is that? Is that a cave? What is that? Is that moss on a rock? What's going on there? I can't tell. Is that just black moss or is that a hidden entrance to a rock? If it is a hidden entrance to a rock, I'm not going over there because it's too far. You can't imagine what the terrain is like in between there. But that's sticking out like a sore thumb from here. So whatever that is, I can see it. Alright, enough's enough. I gotta keep going. I've been up here for, I don't know. Depending on how I put the video clips in, I've been up here for like 3 or 4 hours now. Time just stands still for me when I'm in the best spots. I gotta be with them, and then times just stand still. Okay, I meant to say let me turn it on and off. Blatant.
This is exactly where I left off from the last video. So if you haven't seen the last video, maybe watch that one.
See, and then it gets really good because now we're way back. Now I'm a half a mile up, maybe 3/4 of a mile through all that to my car, maybe a mile to the car actually.
And forgive these narrations
edge, we have
if
to
it
start
bothers
climbing.
you, but it's so much easier than typing.
Things start to get real interesting.
And I think you get
Okay.
my point
That
better.
boulder is being held up by that boulder. This tree is in front of where it's weird. That tree is completely twisted and weird. Weird. Strange boulders, right? Everything's getting a little bit strange. That's all we have to know. You don't have to know anything else. You don't have to don't try to figure it out because you're just going to hurt yourself. Your brain's just going to hurt after a while because the answer isn't in there, really. They got to give us some of those. But for now, just see it. Just log it all in because this is all adding up to something very special one day. Your knowledge is increasing more than you could possibly imagine with every video. I'm showing you things that no one else in the world has ever shown before. Especially here. Okay, I'm not talking about tree structures. I'm talking about places in the rocks that no one else has ever been able to figure out in the history of the world. Let me see this one. Why? Because we're too stupid. Because everything's got to make sense. Especially with guys. Like, males are the worst, man. Human male is that's why everyone hates us. Is that just wood? It got really quiet again. I can't figure this spot out. I can't figure this out. Look, bend's uphill. Look at the bend coming from the two rocks going uphill. Blatant. Another pile of rocks. Keep in mind with the pile of rocks, you're not, if you think it's anything else, you're not doing the math. You're not watching the video, okay? You're not looking at the surrounding evidence. Giant boulders being held up by small boulders. Giant boulders with painted tops that talk to UFOs, okay? Look at that, the gouge that was made in that boulder. I thought I saw the top of the boulder moving, that's why. It looked like there was like a cloud, but I think it was this. You're not doing the math. There's no ants here, okay? There's no ants there. Look, here's a great example of how it's not possible it's ants. Look. It's on top of a rock. They put half of the pebbles. Actually, the rock is completely underneath there. It just exposed its half. And it's a little tiny pile. And it was clearly done by Junior why Papa was doing the big one. Look at the decorated rocks. All you gotta do is know how to look. What I teach is kindergarten level knowledge with the importance of the world behind it. So basically what I'm trying to say is it's very simple to learn what I have to teach you. Or what everyone that watches my videos has to teach you at this point. It's not me teaching them. We kind of just do this together at this point. Without that knowledge, you'll be lost forever. They all live in these humps right here. Each one has an entrance with a face, okay? So the entrance not only has, like each pile of hiddenness has an entrance, it actually has a face of a being, of an ancient being, which is basically Bigfoot. Each one.
That's the thing, it's not ancient. It's now.
Now I can't really show you exactly.
You just were taught
the other videos, but without
to
going
think
up there,
it
it's hard
was.
to show you the entrance. I did show you the one with the face already today. I've zoomed up there so many times. I'd be surprised if they were just out in the open, but I gotta look. It's so special. I can feel it. You guys have to understand, like, it's maybe one of the reasons I get so upset because you have to understand, you guys, I don't think anything. I know for a fact. Like, I see them. I deal with them. I have overwhelming knowing. It's been instilled, implanted in me, in a sense. Like, you can't imagine what I know for sure. You know, it's just, and I have to somehow get that across on the camera in a place like this where they're so super stealth and don't make noises. They just will go to a place like that and just look at me. That's the rules here. The rules here have to be no noise because I would have heard one before. You know, since I would have heard one by now after being here so many times. I've never been right here. That's the cool part, is I'm starting to get to some places that look really, really cool. Really hidden and really cool. I got the big boulders. I got piles of rocks. I got rocks on top of boulders that were put there that where no human being has ever been before. I shouldn't say none. I think the state's probably been through here at some point looking for petroglyphs, but that's about it. You could walk the whole world through here if you don't apply the education I was talking about, the kindergarten level education that I teach with Harvard importance, then you might as well just be walking. You could walk through here for 1 billion times because you're not looking. Overabundance of scat. Not carrying a firearm today. purpose. Oh my God. Look at the piles of sticks. Look at that, you guys. Look at this inside cave. There's a seat. Look at the glyphs. Wow, this is amazing. Wow, 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 wow. Look at these sticks. I love to go like this, I've learned. What is that? Some kind of rock, but it's not. Look. This is where I found the maze. Like, I dug through the stuff that's never been affected by weather in the history of the world. The weather has never been in there, which is an amazing thing. And you start to dig, and there's things under there. You know, there's like history below. You know, like, look at this, you guys. Where is this coming from? Look at the pile of sticks with the perch, and an incredible amount of white scat outside of here. I'm not saying the two have anything to do with each other. Man, this is Paul's being in here with no gun. Perch right in the back. An incredible, look, there's no roof. I mean, look, there's a roof. There's no way. You see a little light because it's in the corner there, but it's all protected in here. Any light you see is coming from over my shoulder. Look at that. That's really, really cool. I'd like to see this because, to me, this is them. When I can't explain it, and I know it's really weird, I know it's them. Real close to the walls. Real close to the mountain here. That these have all been put together like this on purpose. Trees are really weird. What did I see out there? Oh, the scat was out there. And then down here, there's a lot of poop. All through here. White poop. I don't know if that has anything to do with that hole or not. I don't know. There's a lot I don't know, believe it or not. Which is basically everything. Don't know. I just know. You gotta just trust me. Look at the rock. Look how funky that rock is, you know, and everything's weird. It's them. Can't always explain it, you know. This is new for me. I consider myself, as far as people go, I'm an expert, okay? People, well, there's no experts in this. It's like, it's amazing how people can claim what they don't know. You know, you don't know that there's no experts. How do you know? You know nothing. Don't ever claim stupid things like that. Although, it's pretty legit. Like, I'm not saying I'm an expert, but as far as people go in the forest, I'm an expert. Okay? So, you can only rate us. So am I technically an expert? No, but as far as what you know, yeah, I might as well be God himself. I'm talking to the person that says that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? There is no experts in this. It's like, you know, you're just an idiot. Even if it's true, like, why even bother opening your mouth? You guys, I swear, there's a giant slit, and on top of that, it's been colored to reflect the sun or something so it can be spotted from great distance. There you go. You're just getting to spots where you just know they don't think anyone's ever going to see it. There's your footprint right there. It's a little older, but I think it's hard to tell how old it is. Comes right out of there. It's pretty hard to see. There's me today. So that actually could be more recent, maybe before it snowed. It's all through here. Look. It's not you. It's not a person. That's a little one.
Also, the ones in the sand, you can tell, if you were wearing bare feet, you go deep. Your shoe actually keeps you afloat in this sand.
Very little. Came out chilled by a really crazy rock. Completely open for energy. That's the way I look at it.
Man, this dude's crazy, but he knows what he's talking about.
Why am I seeing footprints?
I watch in third person.
Somewhere else. Why is it by the craziness? You know, always in view of the master piles, I call them. There's no way that's a coincidence. They're the only place in the whole region within 100 miles of here where they have literally giant boulders piled together that you can barely see because of the growth now. There's one there, there's one there, and there's one there, and there's two that you can't see. And every one of them have a Bigfoot face at the opening. I'm talking undeniable. It's not an opinion, okay? It didn't form by accident. And each of the stacked up boulders that were put there a million years ago. I'm gonna lose it. So I guess there was a fire here a long time ago. Must have been a really, really, really long time ago. Like, I'm thinking like it could be a long time ago.
How long ago?
I wonder if I should have dug more in that cave back there.
I'm sitting here watching this, you guys.
I love digging underneath. It's tough.
I know this
do
could
have
ruin the
gloves,
video.
without gloves, it's hard because you get stabbed by everything.
But I don't remember. You guys have to understand, I barely remember a lot of these times. Like, I have a memory of the whole day. But as I watch these clips, I don't have a clue what I said. It's amazing to me.
They have a huge curiosity here with me.
You have to believe me or I wouldn't have just
Big elk.
ruined the video.
I think it's just the big one. Just by himself, he comes up here because he knows he'll never be shot up here. Guys, I gotta stop this ringing in my ears. I gotta. I can't take it anymore. It's all I hear. I started thinking it had something to do with them. I'm like, wow, finally my superpowers are coming in. It's not, I don't think. Well, if it is, maybe they triggered it, but it's just a human problem. So that's one thing about this place. I'm walking through 2 feet here, okay? The amount of stuff that could be right through there is simply amazing. And I know it because I find stuff every single time I come here. New things. Alright, enough of running the camera through these spots. Let me go find, you can see if I can find something cool. These all look like heads and faces discreetly, but they look like it. And then this is really pretty. Right here. I'm literally turning the camera on for the first time all day just because the rocks are so pretty. Look. See, this is, to me, this is rabbit. It's one thing I happen to know they eat. I know they eat rabbits. Oh, interesting. Look at the colors, you guys. I don't think you can tell a little bit on the camera. That's all colors. This is all so pretty. I don't get it. Oh, I get it now. There's your perch. You got to see what I had to do to come through here. They blinded it all off, so you can't see and you don't want to do it. And I was like, I don't want to go. So I was like, oh, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Look at this. Look how pretty. See, I told you they love unique. So to me, this is really unique.
You guys, if you have trouble with the video, I think most of you can see what I'm showing. But if you were standing here, you would know. There's an incredible aura with this place.
I don't know what is. A face in a rock. He's chilling right here. He is sitting right here. There's a rock mover. I did not do that. There's a rock mover right there. I don't think I did it.
I was just thinking,
Look at that
look at that seat, you guys. Look,
They
look.
left a fork in it.
Oh my God, I love
They do the
it.
same thing in the forest when they get up. They put something there.
This is theirs. This is like the king's
God, it's
throne.
Don't be sitting there when I come back out. People are like, be careful. You don't understand. If that giant boulder fell on me right now, I don't care. Okay, that's why people think I'm so tough and stuff. It's not tough. It's don't care. Okay, I'm 50. My spine hurts, and all I can hear is ringing in my ears. Okay, so drop the boulder. The sooner the better. Just drop it on my head and be done with it. Right there. Do I have a death wish? No, but I really can't. I completely understand why people commit suicide. People that really have reasons to commit suicide. It's easier. That's why. Killing yourself is easier than living. Is that a rock or what is that right there? I see a little round. It's in such a spot where you'd see a face. Probably a rock. I see it right there. I can't hold it steady. Right there. I think it's a rock. There's little ones here. They seem to let the smaller ones, not little, when I say little, like 4 or 5 feet tall, like black ones, that means they're juvenile ones, or not fully grown, let's put it that way. And those ones, he'll come right out. I got a great picture with one in a tree. It's actually my Instagram picture. Oh, you guys are on Instagram. I'm just getting on there. I have like 600 followers on Instagram. And of course, I'll follow you right back. Blatant. This is such a spot. You know what this is a spot for? He just comes up, man. He lives down there. He lives in somewhere in here. And this is where he comes. He comes and sits there. He chills out. He gets fresh air. They get whatever they need from around here, and he goes back. And it's probably just not just one. It's probably, who knows if they rotate and all that. I think in the forest they do. Here, I don't know, Look at some of those monsters up there. Like giant boulders, like out of place. These seem to be the focal points of where they are. If you look, I love it. This is everywhere here. Okay, I've seen this like 50, 60 times today. See the rock? I just didn't film it because I didn't feel like turning on the camera just for that. But see, I'm filming it. Look at all the rocks underneath. There's like little ones underneath it. Blatant. So you just gotta look for. You don't need to know anything. Like in these spots, I'm kind of winging these. Like this is new to me, in the last couple of years. Not like the forest. The forest is easy. Giant structure there. We can go from there. They're very discreet here. Look next to see the other one's like leaning next to it. That's right on top of the perch. And there seems to be what look like faces everywhere. Blatant. So blatant. Remember, I just know. You guys got to trust me, okay? I know it's a burden, okay? They did something to me, and I can't get rid of it, and it's. I can't explain it yet. I'm not going to explain it right now, okay? But you just got to believe me that I know I'm supposed to do this. Do you guys realize how much easier people are like, oh, you get to be out there? And I said this, I sound like a broken record, but you don't get it. Like, because I've been here for 5 years doing this. A job is easier than this. I have to do this. I was picked, I think, to do this. I don't know why. I'm such an idiot. Why wouldn't you pick some scholar, well-spoken guy that could do a video and then you watch it and you believe him, Let's do a quick UFO/vortex. I think that vortex appears in the same place every time. I really do. It has to. It's picking up and dropping off. The people are expecting it to be in that spot. So it's showing up. It's like a bus. It's showing up right in the right spot. And I could probably refilm that if I tried hard enough.
See, I don't remember saying that they picked me.
Just
I don't
simply
think
leaving
that,
the camera
actually.
Pointing at where
I don't
saw that
know.
vortex. I'll never forget it. I actually filmed with this camera. Look. You guys, look at that. This is the same spot. Look. These are going to be long videos. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll put separate videos up just to not to lose anybody completely. I'll do like 10, 15-minute clips or something. I don't know. Because you make a 2-hour video, you lose. Most people won't sit there for 2 hours. They don't care if you're showing them God. God. Like if I literally could be showing Jesus, and you wouldn't have 100% attention span. It's just people are stupid. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I'm one of those people. To get me to watch a whole video, you better do something right. I don't mean just this. I mean any video. Man, there's something going on up here. They're here with me. I can't explain it, you guys. I feel like I'm baked. That's like I think they're right here. I got this weird noise right over there, right? And then this bird came in, just one bird. But I'm totally willing to buy that's how they do it here, right? He's right there. He's right there. Just making all kinds of noise around me. Just fluttering, just land right on my head. Nothing all day. Right after going, you guys, please, I need something. I really need you today. I don't care if it's on the camera or not. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting it on the camera for you, but it wasn't even that. Like sometimes I just need them a little extra. Like I'm fine most days. Like some days I'm like, you guys, you don't have to do anything. I'm just showing some of your stuff. And other days I just want them, Look at that rock. Deer came right through here in the mud. Right through here. Locust or something. This rock was put here not all that long ago. It's a completely different rock. It did not come from that boulder. Okay, so don't suggest it. People have to understand that I'm not showing opinions. I'm showing you facts. That's it. The facts. And the fact is, somebody picked up that rock and put it on the other one like every other rock here. Yeah, white poop. What's doing the white poop? I know what they're eating. I know what that's from. It's from the rabbits and the mice. I'm almost sure mostly rabbit. I got a really active area here of everything. Like I got deer. I got regular, their footprints, and lots of like rabbit type activity and actual structures. This is getting to be really interesting up here. See where I am? I started way over there. Look. There's no way to get here. There's no one here. It's a mind blower. I just love it here. I love it here so much. You don't want to stand here on a hot Colorado day, though. There's only probably a month or two. See up there, it's blatant. See how it's deceiving? Just looks like, it's right there. You go right there. It takes about an hour to get right there because of what's in between. It's so deceiving, and we're so fooled by everything. Don't be fooled. Look at that face. And the rock next to it. Hold on a second. Look at that. I can't zoom on it. There's a face in the rocks. Somewhere there. And then that's just sitting there by itself. See that? That's what they do here. Okay? So if you signed on to see where a being that you don't know about moved a rock, you're on the right channel. Over now. Look at this super funk of an area. There's nowhere near here. Unless it's there. Yeah, it's that one. That's a lot of pine cones to be underneath the rock. Like something's putting them in there. And it's nice and clean in there. So, some of these could be rabbits, keeping that clean in there. Wow, this is starting to get really interesting. Let's roll the camera. I'm rolling the camera just for timestamps because something's got me here. I'm feeling nervous. I feel
Hey, without getting my pointers out and stuff, just look at this rock out front.
a little bit weird. See, I got these everywhere. These teetering rocks everywhere. I didn't film. I should have filmed the other ones over there. If I filmed you every weird rock, I'd never put the camera away. They could just be so get lost in here. Can you see why they love it here? Look, see, here's more crazy, just not possible fitting rocks. Perfectly level. There's all of these through places, and everything looks crazy on the ground and around it. See? It's a coincidence that that teetering rock right there is exactly the same rock that's behind me that's teetering. Same color, same type of rock. Do I just keep going up these rocks? What do I do? Wait a minute. Look at this. I love this. Look how wait till I show you how I had to get through there. Blatant. This is so unbelievably blatant. I need a new word. First of all, you can't get up here. Okay, that's why I did it this way. This is all blocked. This is all just a giant cliff face. So I came all the way up here. You can barely get through. I had to kind of break that branch a little bit to get through. And then that was showing you that stuff in there. And then all these rocks are just so blatantly put together. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. Look how that thing got tweaked. How did that happen? And I'm also getting noises that I've never heard before. Look right here. How is that like that? It's going backwards uphill. So it's not even like a boulder came by and hit it. Which can't happen anyway here. There's no way for a boulder to gain momentum here. It's impossible. They're all seem to have been put the way they wanted them a long time ago. Those are just too blatant. There's like an inside. Little things, you know, maybe they have, who knows what else lives with these guys. I'll tell you, this starts to get real interesting in here. I think there's a reason.
That thing looks like a gnome.
That the Indians didn't do petroglyphs up here. Big pile of dirt. Like to see it? It goes through. I don't know why all these sticks, these ancient sticks, end up inside. That's what I don't get. The places where there's no, it's completely it has a roof. There's no way to get in there, but yet there's giant piles of sticks inside these places, and I can't come up with any reason why there'd be sticks in there. Besides them, they do something with sticks. Obviously, we know, right? They do something with the rocks. As you can see, these three have been there for a considerable amount of time. Look at that. I don't like to ruin it, but you know, sometimes it has to be seen. If it's that important, they can move them back. They haven't touched those three rocks in what would look like, there's another one right there. That would look like another, you know, or about 20 years, 15 years. Those have been like that, in my opinion. Give me a minute.